Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm cast this side of East Yorkshire. Today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Fata Morga. Over in the Dark Eldar side, we've got Global Liberator. And over in the Chaos side, aptly named, he is called Blasphemer. Blasphemer going to go for quadruple cultists and a Chaos Temple, whereas the Dark Eldar player is going to go for triple mandrakes, a Dark Foundry, and a Plasma Generator. So Global Liberator has random this game, so I don't know whether Dark Eldar are his main faction, or whether he's just comfortable playing all factions, but we'll see how it goes. One key difference for the openers for these guys is that with the Chaos being able to punish their heretic into dancing and wiggling a little bit harder, are able to get their first structure online a lot quicker than the Dark Eldar. I mean, they've already got a quarter of a Chaos Lord out, whereas this Dark Foundry is still on the up and up, still slowly being crafted from the warp, or wherever is the Dark Eldar come from, the webway, Camera, or wherever they come from, which allows these cultists to come straight into the base and see what they can see, which is unusual. You don't normally see people being hyper aggressive against the Dark Eldar, but then again, Blasphemer wasn't aware of what his opponent was playing until he kindly told him after a brief text conversation up here. I imagine they'll be focusing on taking down these tortured slaves, as I mean, these cultists aren't probably going to win an engagement against a couple of mandrakes, but they can take down a tortured slave. They aren't the fastest of models, neither are they the most defensive. Not like a Tech Priest Engines here, they can't take much of a beating on account of wearing no clothes and having chains around their legs. We'll see some Hellions there, and once the Hellions come out and then we see some Reaver jet bikes, these cultists will have a real difficult time against them. Unless he's going to go for... I mean, there's no armory. Chaos Lord out on his way over here. Heavy bolter turret also smack bang in the middle of these two relic, well, the relic and the strategic point. So good defensive position. It's where you normally see your turrets being placed. Cultists not having much health left after these mandrakes have sliced and diced them. Aliens also over here causing them the business. Yeah, and these cultists aren't going to have a Merry Christmas in the early game. I mean, really good unit for capturing everything, and they have more or less captured their entire area as quick as you like, but will need to start transitioning into something a little bit more substantial, or at least upgrade these listening posts so they've got something to hide behind. I mean, these Hellions may even kill this cultist squad before they're able to capture this relic. Be a major goodness for them. In fact, yes, they do. Which is not great for the Chaos player. And yeah, these cultists also look like they are going to go down as well. So that is 2 squad wipes in a short space of time. While this is going on there, more cultists over here going toe-to-toe with these mandrakes. And actually, with their number advantage, they will be able to kill these dudes. Unless these mandrakes start to flee and run away. They do manage to do that, but plasma pistols as well. The mandrakes don't have any range capability, so while they're running towards and away from people, they won't be able to be adding anything to the DPS. Look, dude, it's just dead cultist day today, I think. I feel quite like the spinny kick that the mandrakes bring. Chaos Lord was in the base, probably doing something, I imagine. Having a think about bashing some buildings, but decided to join in and focus on beating these mandrakes, throwing down a tainted Auspex as well so they can see if they ever decide to go infiltrated. These guys will fall back. Though no homunculus laboratory, so no crazy upgrades for anyone as of yet. Listing post out here going to be taken down. More plasma generators. And I imagine for the Chaos player, what he probably wants to do at this point, I mean, we said transition away from the cultists. I mean, maybe Raptors to DPS these guys in close combat. I imagine probably some Chaos Marines being more than likely that we'd see. Well, then again, I mean, double plasma generators. I mean, 68 and 0 compared to 62 and 20. So might even be saving up for tier 2. Oh no, it's going to go for Chaos Space Marines in their regal blue and gold. Do believe that this is the Thousand Suns. That is Zinch's symbol, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these mandrakes probably won't survive all that long. Well, mind you, they might be able to if they can stay in close combat. Need these listening posts to be upgraded. Hellions are going to move in, so actually, these Chaos Space Marines aren't going to have a grand old time here while they're moving around unsupported, trying to build up another heretic. A cheeky little Tower of Loathing being popped outside the Chaos Players base as well. Yeah, they want to run over here in a defensive position of these listening posts, see if they can add anything to their defense. Another heavy bolter turret being popped down here. While it's going on, cultists going to slap around this Tower of Loathing, trading their positions on the map. Reaver Jetbike coming out to say hello. Not sure if they've got their targeting arrays yet. Or targeting module, so I think that's what the upgrade's called. And these Mandrakes just aren't giving up. They have taken out the heretics, so this heavy bolter isn't coming up anytime soon. Listening post over here has also been slapped around. It's been a very scrappy game. No one's getting any, like, clear engagements off. I mean, we're seeing Mandrakes fall, we're seeing cultists fall. We're going to see another Reaver Jetbike. I mean, have they gone for any... Oh, they've got one touch slave over here. Won't be able to repair those Reaver Jetbikes in the base at the moment. What's being moved up towards here, which is something. And the Mandrakes capturing this relic, so they will have 2 relics themselves, but no green money whatsoever. Do believe that they had a plasma generator earlier on, but the Chaos Lord did smack it down. Both Reaver Jetbikes fully operational now, as the Chaos Lord leads the charge in. Take down this Tower of Loathing. Going to see a very aggressive heavy bolter turret attempting to be put out by these heretics. Reaver Jetbikes will chase them down, as well as these Mandrakes. Big squad of Chaos Marines firing away, but lots of low health models won't be able to survive much punishment if they stay in prolonged close combat. Chaos Lord doing his best with his bolt pistol. Heavy bolter turret over here as well, going to shy off these Reaver Jetbikes. And more heretics being popped out of the Desecrate Stronghold. 60 blue money a pop. Gets a little bit expensive after a while. One major problem that the heretics have is that when they start hurting themselves by dancing too hard, they do become really, really easy targets for Mandrakes and Jetbikes alike. Hellions jumping in. Look at that, just a couple of pain bolts or whatever you call their bullets, and the heretic goes straight down. Chaos Marine's being pushed back. Another heavy bolter being popped down here. So it's just defense galore here. Mandrakes will be finally wiped out. But now triple Jetbikes and a Hellion squad against but one Chaos Space Marine squad. But if they can hold the line and focus fire on just one Jetbike at a time without being pestered by anything in close combat, they will be able to take these guys on. These guys are heavy infantry, and the Reaver Jetbike is only decent against infantry. Heretics not being given a single moment to rest. All they want to do is just dance the night away. Dance like no one's watching. But they are not being blessed with the time. 80 and 10 compared to 62 and 20. It's a very low economy game as well. No one at tier 2 as of yet. So everyone's just pouring all their resources into trying to stabilise in this, like I said, very, very scrappy game.
Bless us, great one.
Heavy bolter once again being popped down, spending a lot of money on new heretics and defensive capabilities. Mandrakes capturing this critical location over here. But yeah, no one player getting the advantage. We are going to go for tier 2 for the Dark Eldar at the moment. And to be honest, the Dark Eldar have got a few ways that they can go about this. I mean, the Chaos Marines haven't really got anything substantial, although they are going for tier 2 now. But no armory for them, so all their Chaos Marines are quite weak at this present moment in time. So I mean, they could get some, what they call the Scourges to support these Reaver Jetbikes at range. Could go straight for Witches. But then again, they've already got the Homunculus Laboratory, so... Oh, but they would need a Hall of Blood, wouldn't they? Ah, okay, never mind. Well, we shall have to see what they go for. Although maybe the plan is just to go for more Reaver Jetbikes, just go for a mass of these,
Victory countdown.
and see what happens Upgrading the listening post, so the economy is doing a little bit better. Although I would like to see an army, I would like to see these Chaos Space Marines with some interesting equipment. Hellions not too pretty at the moment. Tier 2 about to pop for the Dark Eldar. Getting all their green money online. Are they collecting... They don't seem to be collecting all that much in the way of souls at the moment. Do have a meat chamber, which should allow them to collect stuff, if they so chose. I mean, if they use their Shrieking Terror, or whatever that ability is called, to break the morale of the Chaos Marines at the right time, that would certainly allow these Reaver jet bikes to get some extra shots on. And they're doing a really good job at just zoning the
6 minutes until
the Chaos Marines away from their relic. Gonna go for a machine pit, which there we go, and some Hell Talents. That'd be very, very good for the Chaos player, as the Eldar don't have anything in the way of well, not only anti-vehicle, but also anti-aircraft. I mean, these Mandrakes and these Hellions, I mean, they'll be able to shake their spiky bits at them, but nothing really. So yeah, Hellton's definitely the way to go. Oh, a cheeky Rhino as well, because why not? Heavy bolter turret now been upgraded for some missile capacity. Could be a assault on the western flank. Helltal moving forward. Gonna park itself right next to everyone. Throwing the dustbins of chaos over to the Reaver jet bikes. Only a couple of shots is required to take down the jet bike. Will decide to chase these guys away, zoning them out completely. Heavy bolter has gone down. Chaos Lord about to go up against his Mandrakes with some poison. Does damage over time. It's not what they want. Well, not what the Chaos Lord wants. While this is going on, the Chaos Marines over here finally capping that relic. Gonna jump into this Rhino. I assume come over and assist. Or are they? Oh, they're going to decap some critical locations, because obviously we don't want that to happen, do we? Hell Talon trying to push off these Mandrakes, but the Mandrakes do get a decap. Defiler on the field now as well. Good combination of vehicle units here. Not relying on one specific. As I imagine now the Dark Eldar will be... There we go, getting some Scourges on the field. They're anticipating that the Dark Eldar is going to build up towards a counter.
Until taken hold victory.
Chaos Rhino being surrounded by Hellions. And they still need to capture one more critical location to stop Global Liberator from claiming a critical location victory. I imagine that's what they're probably going to do now. Hellions deciding to fly away to fight another day, while this Hell Talon is focusing on the tortured slave. And then what is he going to decide to do? What's he going to focus on? I imagine plasma generators would be the idea. You can see a demonic corruption research as well for the Mandrakes. Scourges finally been finished. In fact, we've got 2 squads of Scourges. 1 Scourge squad with triple Dark Lances. And they only need a couple of volleys on this Hell Talon to make it start feeling some hurt. Deciding now to focus on this Tower of Loathing. Hellions and Reavers moving around the flanks. Potentially maybe even going to cut off this Chaos Rhino's path of retreat. Follow Dark Lances. If they take out this Chaos Rhino, be able to chase up down the Space Marines all the way back to their base. Do a lot of damage along the way. Mr. Filer throwing a Mandrake around the room. There's a Chaos Rhino transport. Races through the base. Helltown going down. Defiler not wanting to stay there alone in this world. Another Defiler providing some supporting fire as a Chaos Rhino transport bumps into these Reaver jet bikes. Might be an idea to take them out. Then again, these guys have been upgraded. Also got their night shift shield as well. Help reduce the amount of range damage that they take. I do believe Helltown will be replaced soon. Colt is trying to capture this critical location, but will be denied by the Reaver jet bikes. Chaos Sorcerer, that's a good shout. Shades of Torment and whatnot. A Sacrificial Circle and a Chaos Armory to boot. 119 and 40 compared to 110 and 60. So not terrible for our player. Raider now ready to punch their way through some buildings and vehicles.
That was unpleasant.
Helltalon. It's going to be quite a difficult thing for the Helltalon to get some good hits in now. When you've got two squads of Scourges all packed to the brim with Dark Lances, no matter which angle you go in, the Reapers will be able to respond. But I want to save this bad boy on the wings and send them in at the Eldar base when they're distracted with a different engagement. We've got lots of slave chambers and plasma generators, but then again, double Tower of Loathing as well. Going to be quite difficult for them to manoeuvre in and do some damage to the base.
Yes, Lord.
Cultists not liking these Hellions touching their critical location. Will decide to try and send them packing, but failing miserably. I do apologise if I sound like I'm talking with my mouth full. I've had this cough about like a month now, and now it's been replaced by like, I don't know. It feels like my throat's expanding or something. It's like swallowing helium. I don't quite understand what's going on. I think I might just be transcending my mortal existence. I've been blessed by some sort of demonic visage, and now this is part of my mutation. I'm gonna get like I'm growing some sort of Voxcaster inside of me. Purge the Weak gonna go down, which is great because they're able to, Space Marines and all that are able to increase the amount of damage that they do, while also increasing the amount of damage that they take. But you know, swings and roundabouts, it's all even trades really. Also going for heavy weapons increase, and this is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see some Chaos Space Marines being fully upgraded, as that is what they need to cut through all these Scourges and Mandrakes. Gonna go for the heavy bolters. Do have an Archon on the field. Scourge is gonna fly in. Purge the Weak being activated. Drugs being popped over here as these Witch squads move in for the kill. Scourge is not entirely sure what their plan was, so we're jumping backwards and forwards. Also have a Raider moving in. It's giant Psychic Scream jump ability, breaking the morale of all these Chaos Marines. Sorcerer feeling the poison blades bite into his armour, and the Chaos Assault does seem to have been pushed back quite considerably. But they do have the units to hold for now. Dark Eldar don't have really much in the way of punching through power. I mean, the Witch Squad will certainly be able to do that, but that's a lot of heavy bolters that the Chaos player has.
Sanity is for the weak.
Also, these Defilers will be able to knock these ladies around, preventing them from getting close with their tridents. The spiky forks, so to speak. Helltalon doing exactly what we said on the tin. Going to try and harass around the sides when the main engagement's going on, but this Scourge squad will probably be able to take it down. While it's going on, the Witches almost been thrown away, really. Although he says that, they are able to hold up some damage. Oh, they've got Homunculi in the mix. Great unit for doing general damage over time. Able to put on a Torture Amplifier, which does lots of nasty stuff next to people. Normally seen being used to good effect, to be honest, but he is doing something. Will go down there, sadly.
Sanity is for the weak. Yes.
Chaos Space Marines once again pushing these guys off to the heavy bolters.
Yes.
That might be the play to make. Just mass as much ranged fire as he can. Going to go for tier 3. Is the Eldar. Eldar is also going to go for tier 3, but a little bit behind. I imagine some Obliterators as well would be really, really useful in this kind of composition. Purge of the Week once again being activated, really increasing the amount of damage this guy's doing. Archon falls over, Scourge the Joint jumping in, popping the drugs with these witches. But the Space Marine player is going to, well, Chaos Space Marine player is going to pop all these guys in the Rhino and move around until the drugs wear out, which is a very smart thing to do. Chaos Rhino does go down, leaving these guys a little bit vulnerable. They will decide to fall back. Screams of the Damned being used by the Eldar player, going to break the morale of anyone and everyone on the Chaos side.
Until they can hold victory.
Do you hear the voices?
Global Liberator with the countdown.
And better than ever.
Chaos will have to respond. They've captured this one and not this one, so they only need to take out one. Maybe it's best to do it now rather than later before the Hellions capture this critical location. Do also have a Daemon pet as well. 120 and 77 compared to 130 and 60. So definite economic advantage in the Dark Eldar corner. Also seems to be building up quite a good composition of units. 2 squads of witches. There's 2 individual drugs that they can use. 1 for yourself and 1 to share, I imagine. Because I assume that's how drugs go. I don't partake personally. Apart from that one time I went to Amsterdam a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I didn't do any drugs, I just went to museums. That's all we did. Pure museum fun. Witch squad being brought down to very, very low numbers. We do have another witch squad over here. Psychic, well, Eldritch Bolts breaking the morale of these Scourges over yonder. As the Chaos Marines, half and half in the light cover, firing away with their heavy bolter turrets. Oh, guns, sorry. Chaos Rhino as well, keeping these guys away from the witches. These witches being blue-balled at every occasion. And it does look like they might even potentially get a squad wipe on this. Raider Horse going down to the Hell Talon. War Beasts now moving down to meet these Chaos Marines in the flesh. War Beasts combined with Witches are a terrifying combination to behold. Defiler doing what he can. Can't really tie up a Defiler in close combat, as close combat is probably where it excels the most in. Damage-wise at the very least. Throwing away a Hellion. Skyboard being crashed into the ground. War Beast not quite able to break the Chaos player. Some chains going down, but not quite hitting anyone. And the push continues. A bit back and forth on this side of the map. Lots of dead. Lots of souls wanting to be collected. Which is snort some more space cocaine as they charge into the Chaos Lords unit. They're trying to jump back into the Rhino and they do manage to succeed there. But it seems that very back and forth, the Dark Eldar player seems to have more and more elite units on the field. But then again, these Obliterators, the linchpin that the Chaos formation can rely on. Global Liberator throws on a GG. Not sure why. He's got all the options, but unless I missed something. But yeah, because he had the witches, he had the demon dogs, he had all the Scourges. He had an answer for everything here, but then again I imagine that, I mean, look at the economy, very, very solid economy. Went into tier 3, had these upgrades and whatnot. Yeah, I think the Dark Eldar could have carried on, if I'm honest. But anyway, still a very exciting game, very interesting opening from both players. If you want to support the channel, please do consider having a little look at the old Patreon. £1 a month does get you 1 extra game a week. And all that jazz. My name is Mr. Landshark. Pleasure's always never short. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.